Hi, my name is Emily Fox. I'm here today with Liz Ramirez, Maria Aguilera, and Addison Hyatt to discuss professional business organizations. So today we'll kind of break those all down and discuss a few different topics. We'll start with the exchange of information with Liz, aligning teams and their organizational goals with Maria, and then we'll tie everything up with Addison and how to drive productivity and success. So thank you all for attending today. Um, as you can tell, successful businesses do have a lot of moving parts in their organization and how those businesses can help succeed. So this is a really valuable tool to learn and hopefully something that you will look back on and take with you in years to come. Thank you.
One important part of professional and business communication is using communication to align teams with organizational goals. In any company, employees need to understand what the organization is trying to achieve and how their individual work contributes to those goals. Without clear communications, teams may end up working in different directions, which can reduce productivity and create confusion. Professional communication helps prevent this by making sure that everyone understands the company's expectations and priorities. Leaders play an important role in this process. Managers and supervisors are responsible for communicating goals, expectations, and responsibility to their employees. When leaders communicate clearly, employees are more likely to understand what is expected from them and how their work supports the larger mission of the organization. This type of communication can happen in many forms, such as meeting, performance feedback, or emails. Research from Stanford Graduate School of Business explains that effective leaders regularly communicate with their teams about company's directions, team's goal, and each employee role in achieving those goals. This communication helps employees stay informed and connected to the organization's mission. When employees clearly understand the goals of the organization, they are more likely to stay motivated and work together to achieve positive outcomes. Because of this, effective communication is essential for keeping teams aligned with organizational goals. Professional communication ensures employees not only receive information but also understand how their effort supports the success of the entire organization. When teams clearly understand goals through communication, they are more likely to work efficiently and contribute to overall success. Now, Addison will explain how this drives productivity and success.
A big part of being able to reach success through driven productivity has a lot to do with personality and characteristics, as well as nonverbal communication. For example, this would be things like persuasion, motivation, and things like that. Influencing the attitudes and behaviors of others. An example of this would be when someone comes to you wanting to be a part of your business or purchase something from you, you have to be able to kind of not push yourself onto them, but persuade them to go through you or use your products or buy whatever you're trying to sell. You have to be able to motivate your employees. When you're able to provide feedback and recognition towards your employees, you're able to boost their engagement, which would overall be better for your business. And then a lot of the characteristics that lead to good, effective business communication are going to be the 7 C's, which are going to be clear, concise, concrete, correct, coherent, complete, and courteous. For each one of these, clear, meaning just making sure that what you're saying is not confusing in any way and people are able to understand what you're saying. Concise, being short and to the point. Concrete, meaning Don't be involving anything extra, kind of just saying what you're supposed to say. Correct and coherent, making sure what you're saying is logical and factual. Complete, not leaving anything out. And then you want to be courteous with whatever you're trying to sell. And yeah. You want to be able to have proactive conflict management. You want to be able to address disagreements directly and respectfully, because you need to be able to build a trusting work environment. Things like listening, knowing your audience, and even nonverbal communication. Things like body language, eye contact, tone. All of these things very heavily influence how messages are received and can determine whether or not someone may want to use your business. When businesses can start correctly identifying and practicing more important characteristics and build onto their personality for their business, it will be essential to their success and will increase productivity and have an overall benefit for the organization.